Hey everyone, I am back in the game office and today I am going to be restoring this NES Max controller. Wow, this thing looks really dirty. In fact, actually looks like this is potentially some mold. I think this thing was probably stored in a wet environment. Either way, let's see what we got. Okay, let's see what we got in here. Ooh, we got a little bit of corrosion on these pins here. For the most part, it all looks okay. Let's clean it with some alcohol. A little bit of dirt, not too bad. Sop up the excess. Okay, until I know there's a problem, that's all I'm going to do to the board. Go ahead and open this up. Okay, that side's released. Okay, good. Let's go around this thing gently. There we go. Oof. That is terrifying. Okay, well, here's all of our parts. I think maybe just a good cleaning will restore the functionality because that disc was sticking pretty bad in there. Let's go clean up. The right cleaners can make all the difference. This is a product called Extra Tough. We use it here at IFX Retro Games and it has worked beautifully for us. As you can see, only a few seconds of scrubbing and most of the stuff just comes right off. All right, let's rinse it off. It's much better. There we go. Man, I love seeing these things come back to life and look new again. It's so rewarding. Look at that. Look at the difference. One more spray. One of the nice things about this cleaner is it doesn't lather up everywhere like soap. So it's just kind of easier to deal with. All right, let's give that a rinse. Look at that. That's beautiful. All right, set that aside. And these little parts can be so hard to clean because you can't even hold them while you're cleaning them. Okay, last part. Okay, we'll set these here. We'll go blow these off with an air compressor. Beautiful. That is looking pretty good. I think this goes like this. Let's check that. Yep, looks good. These buttons look identical. All the buttons are in. So now let's work on this thing. One of the things I didn't like when I first picked this up was how rough this thing felt. So I think for this thing to work well, it's got to feel very smooth. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a little bit of silicone grease. Takes very little of this stuff. Put that in there. Okay, so we're going to grease this surface here. Try and leave just the right amount of residue. Oh, wow. Yeah, what a difference that makes. Now it's easy to roll around. Okay, we'll get a new Q-tip. We'll clean off all the excess from the top. All right. Well, that feels much better. Okay, so now we can put this back on, and we can put this back on. Okay. Oh, wow. See, it's controversial whether this D-pad is any good. If it's properly serviced, it's way better. Yeah, it's like I don't know if I'd like that better for Mario or not, but now that the movement is smooth, this is a great controller. All right, last final touches are to clean up this cable and then of course to do a test on it. Boy, somebody really tied this thing up. Ah, there we go. Yeah, I don't love this. It's just so hard on them. Okay, I'm gonna get a rag. I'm gonna soak it with a little bit of extra tough, and then we'll clean this controller cable. Look at that. We're not done yet. We got some nail polish on here. What is that? This looks way better. Okay, let's clean off this plug. Wow, this controller is looking great. Okay, so the cable's looking much better. However, what is this crud? Luckily, it will scrape off. Okay. There we go. That's better. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and treat these controller pins with some deoxit. This is going to take any corrosion off the connectors. Oh, that's the worst. Okay, well. Don't really want to add a permanent addition. Come on out of there. Get out. Come on. You don't belong in there. There we go. Okay. Wipe off the excess. Good. This will help remove any corrosion that is on these pins, ensuring a good connection to the console. All right. Now we get to test it out. Let me grab a system from over here. This is one we just finished refurbishing. As you can see, we got a lot of stuff in process here. All right, let's hook this thing up. Okay, let's get a little 9-volt here. You know, I don't know if this controller is really for me. I feel like I can't easily get the hold, run, and jump at the same time. Because they angled this. That's better. You just have to hold it like this while you play. Okay. Okay, this might not be for me playing Mario, but once again, another piece of gaming history preserved. If you'd like to buy this controller or one that's been restored just like it, head on over to ifxretrogames.com. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.